Hi guys, welcome to Cetking video. In this video, the objective is to how to target GK in CMAT and all the other exams. So before I start with that GK, the objective of today's session is to introduce you to the things which you can actually increase your score by 50 marks. So I promise you, if you are following this video seriously and follow all the advice which I give you during the next 20 minutes, I promise you there's a 50 plus marks you'll score in your CMAT out of 100. With a target score of 70 plus in CMAT. So minimum 50, but the target should be 70 plus. Alright, so importance for GK. If you are looking at this video, so you obviously understand that you have understood the importance of GK. Because every exam apart from CAT, CMAT, UPSC exams, SNAP, IFT, Banking PO, ZAT, IRMA, TEST and GDPI, and all these exams contain your GK. GDPI also, these days there are a lot of weightage given for GDPI, especially if you are getting your GDPI in Mumbai. So college like KJ Valinkar, they are very focused on GK in the GDPI stage, in the interview stage. Fine. So you need to improve your GK anyhow. So that you have to work up. People who are preparing for the CAT, they don't need to worry about the GK because you are preparing for CAT. But when you come to your GDPI, you have to still work on the GDPI. Sorry, you have to still work on the GK. So GK is now integral part of your MBA entrance in the exam or in the interview. Fine. So next stage, now again I want to give you the importance of CMAT GK. Let's take the example of two of our students who have seen last year. Quant 24 by 24 question right, 24 questions, same score in Quant, same score in logic, almost same score in verbal, but GK 16 question right, GK 8 question right. CMAT rank 2, CMAT rank 150. The college you have got is JBMS, the college you have got is SIS. Fine. So this is the difference between JBMS and SIS is basically your score in GK. Fine. So you can't ignore your GK score. You have to work on the GK score. So just to give you an idea about heads up about what is the importance of GK. Fine. Cetking Sundar is now Cetking rank 1 student, CMAT rank 1 student from Cetking, and he is fortunately the lowest scorer in top 10 ranks, in top 20 ranks in fact. So but he was able to manage JBMS even with a low score of 66 because his other scores were very good. So 100 by 100 Quant logic, 76 verbal, 66 GK, total score 342. Fine. So that is the kind of a score you have to target. So you have to be God in the other two areas and above average in the other two areas to crack this kind of a score. Alright. Now the biggest question which I normally get from everyone is, sir, GK is so vast, GK we don't know what is going to get in GK, what to study, what not to study, and most of the coaching institute also claim that the GK cannot be taught. Yep, so they just tell you that GK is not important, and then they say they don't teach GK. For example, most of the coaches will give you one small book. Okay, you study from the book. If you pass, it's your luck. If you don't pass, don't come and talk to us. Alright, so what we have done is, I've done the analysis of CMAT paper, last 3 years CMAT papers, and come up with the idea that these are the three main things, or event and locations, current affairs, personality. These are the three main things which are going to be main marks, 4 things, sorry. So if I also include the organization, so these 4 things are main thing which you have to work on. Events and location, Kumbh Mela happens in which state, which city. Fine. So current affair questions, personality based question, who died, who was born, all these things. Organizations, all the UNO and their subsidiaries, all these kind of questions are very common in the CMAT exam. Followed by your science, politics, history and India related, India states, Indian territories, all these things. This is a phase 2. And your phase 3, sports, conferences, books and authors. So these are the 3 phases which I've divided the preparation. So phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Alright, so now I want to give you 10 things you have to follow. So these are the 10 main things I want you to do for improving your GK. And trust me, you'll see the improvement in your scores. Fine. Number 1 is notes and lectures. What I want you to do is, I want you to start making notes. Wherever possible you find any news, any good information, please take a note of that. Maintain a notebook for GK. Trust me, this is a very effective way to learn GK. Fine. If you've joined Cetking, then Cetking classroom lectures or Cetking online notes are more than sufficient for that. So we have divided the preparation into parts. I'll show you that in some time. So if you've joined us Cetking, then you don't need to worry about. For example, this is the next 3 months target. So first month we're going to work on the brands and businesses, personalities, sports, and a revision session to wrap up everything of the month. Fine. Second month we are going to do award recognition, dances, global warming, global warming, sorry, and wrap up the session. Third, we'll talk about the online media, who's who, all the PMs, president of the world, current affairs 1 and 2, and the final wrap up. So this is how I'm dividing your preparation into 3 parts. So you'll get all the, if you're joining us for the classroom program, this is the schedule from now till your Feb CMAT. If you're joining us for the online program, then you will get all the PPTs available online, all the notes available online, which you can follow. Fine. Number 2 is a GK book. If you can get hold of Cetking GK book, that is a brilliant book we have made. We've divided the books into parts. Your history chapter, your science chapter, logic chapter. So all the GK based chapters are divided into various chapters. So there are around 1500 to 2000 questions in the book. So those 1500 questions will be more than sufficient for you in the dying hours, in the last few days. Fine. So all the static GK is covered in the book. Fine. This is the example. This is the way I'm going to take the photos of my book and post on my wall. These are the kind of questions, like these questions were copied into the CMAT exam. There were similar questions which were based in CMAT exam from the book. Alright, so if you can get all the book, that'll be good. Number 3 is a visual GK online. Number 3 is basically innovative yourself. Fine, because learning GK is like mugifying everything. Now some people can't mug. Fine. So what we have designed, and which I want you to follow as well, is through visually. Try to learn GK through visually. For example, SAARC nation. This is a very, very common question in CMAT. Fine. Who are the member of SAARC nations? So India, and anyone who is touching India as a part of SAARC nation. So Pakistan. So we have Sri Lanka. We have Bangladesh. We have Nepal. We have Bhutan. Fine. 2 countries which are touching India but are not part of SAARC nations. So China and Burma. So these are the 2 countries which are not part of. So Burma is here and China, of course, up there, are not part of this thing. But to compensate that, the 2 non-touching states, for example, Afghanistan and Maldives, are part of the SAARC nations. Yeah, so they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 countries in SAARC nation. All of them are touching India except for Afghanistan and Maldives. So now the question can be, is Australia part of SAARC nation? Now, immediately you can answer yes or no. Fine. So that's the beauty of doing all these questions, that immediately you can identify who is part of India and who is not. Fine. So I want you to innovate like this. Try to do it on your own, or if you have joined us for the Cetking program, then we have around 1000 questions based on visual GK on our site, which is more than sufficient for your GK. Number 4 is current affair. Approximately 50% of the paper is based on current affairs. Fine. So I want you to do current affair as much as you can. Fine. On our site we have January 2011 till date, month by month current affair, around 100 questions per month. So probably around Jan, if I take Jan 2011 till today, there are around 3600 questions available online. Fine. 1200 questions per year is available online for you to go through. Fine. So which is a must do thing. So if you are doing it on your own, great. Otherwise you can join over this for that. Next is the GK marathon. I'll conduct this workshop around 1 month before your exam, with the promise that 6 to 8 questions in your CMAT will be based on GK marathon. Fine. So that is my Cetking handbook. It's not like your yearbook, which are like big books. This is a very, very small, concise 60-page handout which you have to do before your CMAT. Fine. This is available for all the Cetking students who have joined us for the classroom program and online program. Fine, in which we covered all the commonly repeated questions and everything is there. Next is a GK 40-day prepathon. This word was copied by many of the coaching institute now too, and they are using the same word which we started. We started last year, 2 years ago, and was very, very successful to increase your score. Fine. So last 40 days, I want to spend 1 hour every day on GK. This will be available free for everyone on our Facebook forum. On Facebook, just search for JBIMS Dream Team. Fine, and you will see the link for our forum online. So JBIMS Dream Team is the link which you have to follow for the 40-day GK prepathon. Number 7 is social GK. Social GK is not very, very common in CMAT, but is important for the other exam like tests and all other exams. So you have to do social GK. You can expect 1 question in CMAT. So the best part is the scope of social GK is very, very small. So 1 easy question you can expect out of the social GK part. Social GK question will be like Aadhaar card, or the yojanas which are started by the governments. All these questions you can expect. Number 8 is a GK test. Fine. On our site Cetking.com you'll see a lot of GK tests, or you can also download a 500 commonly repeated GK question. So please Google that out. 500 current affairs GK 500 GK question by Cetking. Fine. I made this list in 2011. Trust me, still one of the most sorted after handout for the GK. So please go through that. Fine. Number 9 is the most important part. Actual CMAT papers, banking PO paper, UPSC paper. Fine. So I want you to get hold of the banking PO actual paper. There's one small booklet for 30 rupees by CSR, which I normally recommend for this work. Fine, which works wonder. Fine. So you can get hold of your own book and start studying from that. Fine. See, I'm a typical engineer. I always recommend doing the last year paper to get more marks. So same thing I'm recommending here. Do last year's paper of actual CMAT, UPSC, banking PO to get a feel of hang of what is coming and what is not coming in the exam. Fine. So that all will cover. For example, CMAT symbiosis paper, almost 50% of the symbiosis paper is based on a UPSC exam almost every year. CMAT last year paper was based on very much similar to banking PO paper. Fine. So if you're doing all actual papers of banking PO papers, you will have an idea about how to crack the exam this time. Alright, last is a magazines and newspaper. Two magazines which I recommend is Business Today and Business World. They are the must read magazines along with the newspaper, Times of India, Hindu, whatever newspaper you're reading. You have to read front page, business page and sports page. You're reading the editorial page for your verbal, not for your GK. So front page, business page, sports page, they are the must do things for the exam. Fine. So just to summarize everything, we start with the classroom notes, make your own notes, get a hold of a GK book which you can do for the exams. Try to innovate with the visual GK kind of thing. Current affairs are very, very important. Almost 50% paper is based on that. GK marathon is only for the classroom student who join us, for the classroom and online students who are joining us for the CMAT program. GK prepathon is again 40 days before the exam. We'll talk about the GK prepathon. Social GK, GK test, actual papers and the magazines and newspapers. Fine, these are the 10 things. Trust me, if you do that, you will get minimum 50 and at max 70 plus the target score in CMAT. Fine, this is our last year student Sujit Kumar. So Sujit Kumar total score 322. So 95, 95, 76, 56. Typical score. Fine, if I compare this score with the Zunzar score, the rank 1 score, rank 1 was 100 by 100, 100 by 100. Same 76, 66. So probably 20 marks extra than this 342. So these are the small things which is going to decide your career and scores. Fine. So these are target score: Quant 90s, Logic 80s, Verbal 70s, and GK 60s. That's your target score in the CMAT exam if you're targeting JBIMS or the top colleges. Fine. So these are our toppers from last 1 year. We have got brilliant score this year in our Cetking from our Cetking results. We got rank 1, rank 2, rank 4, rank 6, and then rank 7, rank 8, 9, rank 9. I'm giving you these ranks not to show you that we have got brilliant results, but to show you that GK is one of the main area for these people. In fact, all these toppers who have topped this year, for example, Sagar 360 marks. Now this is scoring 360 marks. This means if I divide by 4, so probably 90 marks is scoring per section. Fine, that's your target. So Sagar score in GK 95, Vinay score in GK 92, Siddharth 95, Zunzar 66, the lowest marks. In fact, the highest marks we have converted Cetking from Cetking have got 95 marks. We have converted JBIMS through Cetking. The lowest marks we have converted Cetking also is from Cetking, unfortunately, who is Aviral Agarwal. He scored 328 marks, but lowest in GK. This is score: Quant 100 by 100, Logic 100 by 100, GK 92, sorry, verbal 92, and GK 36. So if you expect a score like 36 in GK, then you have to probably score 100% marks in the other 3 areas. Fine, that's where the main thing comes. Alright, so if you want to join us, you can join us on Cetking.com, or please call us on 9820500388 to know about more information. We do innovative GK, we have the regular classes and online classroom and options. So we are based in Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Madras. You can join us by the classroom or the online program. Alright, all the best. Thank you.